Change start with that motherfucker you see in the mirror.
And so what I've thought about is that, well, what you start to do is you start to tell and act out the truth locally, like within the domain of your actual competence, you know, because the world presents itself as a series of puzzles, some of which you're capable of solving and some of which you're not. And you have many puzzles in front of you that you could solve, but you choose not to. You know, those are the things that weigh on your conscience. It's like, you know, well, I should really do this, but you don't. It's like, so I had this idea a long time ago, because the world is a pretty dreadful place. I thought, well, what would the world be like if people stopped avoiding the things they knew they should do? You know, because the question is, how much are we contributing to the fact that life is an existential catastrophe and a tragedy? How much is our own corruption contributing to that? That's a really worthwhile question. Things you leave undone because you're angry, you're resentful, you're lazy, you have inertia. Well, you consult your conscience and it says, well, you know, that place over there could use a little work.
When you come from out the mirror, you look around in your house and you see who inside that house. You work on that. You work on the bed, you work on the carpet, you work on the stain on the wall, you work on the toilet that's leaking.
Because you're angry, you're resentful, you're lazy, you have inertia. Well, you consult your conscience and it says, well, you know, that place over there could use a little work. It's the same as working on yourself, and so you clean that up because you can. And then things are a little clearer around you. And you're a little better off because you've practiced a bit, and so you're a little stronger, and then something else manifests itself and says, well, maybe you could like take a crack at fixing me up too. So you decide to do that, and then that gets a little bit more pristine. You know, and soon, and it's humble because you're not exceeding your domain of competence. You know, it's like, don't be fixing up the economy, 18-year-olds. You don't know anything about the economy. It's a massive, complex machine beyond anyone's understanding, and you mess with it at your peril. So, and can you even clean up your own room? No. Well, you should think about that. You should think about that. Because if you can't even clean up your own room, who the hell are you to give advice to the world?
When you get through working inside the house, you step on your porch and you look at your neighbor and say, hey, neighbor. You look across the street, hey, what's going on, neighbor? Then you look down the street and see what trash on the streets. Then as you go to the store, you speak to the store clerk. Now you're in your community. Don't go to try to fix your city, nigga, when your house fucked up. Don't represent your city and you don't give a damn about your last name. You so proud of your city, but you don't go represent your last name. You bring more shame to your last name, but you honor your city. So now we got it backwards, homie.